Good evening, Canada. We are back again with our brand new episode of Voice of Canada. I'm your host, Asphandiar Wadiwalla. Our regular co host is Cindy Young, and we have a very dynamic lady today. Her name is Dayana Stanislaus. Welcome to our show, Voice of Canada, produced by Awaz TV Entertainment. I hope you'll enjoy your time with us. So, Diana, inform our viewers of Voice of Canada. Just briefly introduce yourself. Just very brief with your name and all.
Thank you so much for, first of all, having me on this show. I'm so excited and grateful for this opportunity.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. What can I say about myself? So my name is Dayana Stanislaus, and I call myself a social butterfly. And I like to break barriers for a purpose. So living my life purposefully and doing things that really matters in my life. And I think we can, by asking me questions, you will get to know who Dayana is.
Definitely. We read your bio, and that's why I was highly impressed. And we decided to invite you for our show's interview. You are the week's guest. Every week, one show only we can telecast. So you will be a particular week, whichever week we plan to telecast.
Yes.
You will be the guest speaker of that week.
Thank you.
So it's a big honor. And our show is a well-known show, very popular. We have got a good viewing all over the world, not only in Canada. So I assure you that you will be happy.
Oh, absolutely. I don't doubt on that. Yes.
Cindy, go ahead.
Dan, a very special welcome to Voice of Canada today, and it's a pleasure meeting you. So you have a very impressive bio. If you could therefore inform us and our viewers when you immigrated to Canada, what is your background, and where you took your basic education and later qualified for what you do professionally?
Thank you, Cindy, for asking me that question. I came to Canada as a refugee 22 years ago.
Wow. You must be a baby.
Yeah.
That's exactly what everybody says, but no, I was 19 years old when I came to Canada.
Okay.
And I came from a land called Sri Lanka, and I identify myself as a Tamil Ulam woman. And
that's the segment of the community which is prosecuted.
Yes.
Because I've been to Sri Lanka, I know a lot about Sri Lanka.
Thank you.
I love your country. It's a beautiful country, but the infighting between the two segments of the people have spoiled Sri Lanka.
Absolutely, yeah, and I really don't want to get into politics.
No,
but
we are not getting into politics. The reality. I'm talking the reality, and that is the reason that Canada is proud to have such a big population of Tamils.
Yes.
We have got a very small population of Sinhalese.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
But
the
majority are Tamils.
Yes.
And they are spread all over GTHA. Mostly in Scarborough and Markham and all those regions of the east.
Absolutely. Yes. I come from the city of Vaughan, but Scarborough, Markham is
those are the real hubs of Tamils.
Sri Lanka.
Because I'm in the community services, so I've met lots of Tamil representatives.
Absolutely, yes.
From your community.
Yes.
And now work shoulder to shoulder. They are very hardworking. They are very politically conscious.
Yes.
And they take active parts in the economy of Canada.
Yes, which is absolutely correct.
Must. And it's a moral duty for each and every Canadian to work for Canada.
That's right. We all come here for a purpose. I mean, Canada gave us home, a place, a safe place for us to live and sleep peacefully. So we are so grateful, and I'm so grateful. And so that's where I came from, and I completed my business diploma before I came to Canada. And then my life journey totally changed differently in the different paths. Life is all about learning, and my life has been amazing, and I'm enjoying it.
That's amazing to hear.
Okay, Diana, inform our viewers that you belong to a very peculiar trade which is generally dominated by males, the film trade.
Yes.
Though now there are lots of females working in it, producing and doing all sorts of work, even handling the cameras and even direction and production and everything. It's nothing new. So, but the thing is that give us some, throw some light on it. How did you establish yourself in making documentaries and films?
Thank you for that. It's an amazing question. And you're right. It is male-dominant industry. But there are a lot of women producers and directors out there.
More and more now.
More and more now. And the film industry, media field is actually giving the opportunity for women who are being directors and producers. For me, as I say, I always say yes to opportunities. So when opportunities knocked on my door, I said yes, yes, yes. And then now, if anybody asks, what are you doing professionally? I would happily say I'm a filmmaker. And how did that happen? Yet again, opportunities. The key success for this is networking, right? So I have never skipped any networking events that came across me.
Right.
And one of the networkings, I met this amazing director and producer who I'm working the documentary with at a South Asian Film Festival 3 years ago. And we kept in touch. And then this amazing documentary came in the picture, which is speaking about my people, my story, our story. So
amazing.
It's a privilege for me to be part of this. So I would say that women now are really stepping out of the comfort zone and exploring many great things.
It's amazing to see.
Dayana, you're the second person here in Canada who is from filmmakers. I know a guy who has come all from India. He's a known producer, director of films. He has made in India, but now he's based in Richmond Hill.
Okay.
A great friend of mine. And let me see if I can get help of soon. I'll meet him. I'll definitely introduce you to.
Thank you so much.
Because he also produces 3-4 movies in a year.
Nice. And saying that, I really wanted to point this out. Everybody thinks it's an easy job to produce a film.
It's a very, very hard-working technique, innovation.
Oh my gosh.
Imaginative. Everything is required.
Not just that, but financially it's very challenging.
Yeah, because the film producing and documentaries and all is infant in Canada.
Yes.
It's very infant.
Yes.
Even your country, Sri Lanka, is much more matured in making films.
Yeah. It is infant, but one thing that I learned in a short period of time being in the film producing documentary, that there are so many things available out there as per se for funding and the grants. But not everybody knows how to access that.
That's the issue.
Not everybody knows how much funding is available. So here I am, as soon as I got into this project, because of my hard work, I jumped from, I am the cultural consultant in this. So now I'm an associate producer as well in this documentary. I got into two programs, and I don't know if how many are aware about these programs.
So do you show your documentaries on any of our local TV channels and all?
So this is the first documentary, feature documentary that I'm working on, and we are actually looking for partners right now to partner up with broadcasters and distributors. But we really wanted to release this summer because this is an important year for us.
Do a premiere of your documentary.
Yes.
Invite people, invite dignitaries. That's how you'll be able to spread the word of your documentary. And
right.
that way you will be able to reach your documentary to our government dignitaries like Queen's Park. That can be arranged to be showing to our MPPs.
Yeah.
Viewing. Then we can I gave you some example only. And other places where you can show your art. And get popular.
Right.
What work you are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great field that I'm really learning. And being part of this really allowed me to come up with my own production company, which is called Daya Films and TV Productions and Distribution Limited.
Accept our congratulations in advance
Thank you.
for your success.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the next question, you did allude a little bit to it already. So we also read that you are also the owner and director of your film production company and Sunrise Farmstead Incorporated.
Well, I would like to correct that. That is Ryan Singh's. That is Ryan Singh's company who I'm working the documentary for.
That's what we read, and she's clarifying.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that's okay. I mean, we all learn, as I say, that's fine. But like, I am just establishing my company.
What the company is.
Yes, and so knowing and being part of this, I have come up I must say that I've got accepted into Canadian Media Producers Diversity Producers Program. And also, I've been accepted into Banff Diversity of Voices Fellowship Program.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Which will allow me to be participating at the Banff World Film Festival.
Oh, that'll be amazing.
So, me just jumping into this film field, if I can come this far, it's only because of the networking events.
No, keep up the good work. If here in Canada, initially, to turn the wheel is a little difficult.
Yes.
But once the wheel starts moving, there is no end to it.
Right.
The sky is the limit, here we call in Canada.
And networking is so important.
So important.
Everything.
Yes.
You're young, dynamic, you've got a zeal to work. So we say, okay, never look back, move forward.
Oh, absolutely. Always. Yes, always.
So would you like to throw some more light on the production and development of documentaries? And would you be like to make some commercial film too at the later run?
So yes, now this will answer to what I previously answered, but I wanted to add to this is a lot of people are producing movies, films, commercial
like
movies.
Our Deepa Mehta.
Yes.
Who is in Toronto.
Yes,
a very
I've heard about her a lot.
Very well-known lady who is from Canada.
Yes.
And she has produced my aunt's novels.
Oh, interesting.
And turned into films.
Nice.
Deepa has got the honor of doing that.
Yes, I've heard a lot about great things about her. And I've never met her in person, but I would love to meet her in person one day.
And she's a producer, director of successful movies.
Absolutely, yes, she is. Yes, I've heard a lot about her. Yeah. But I like to, I would love to produce healthy movies that really has the sense of culture, diversity, history, and creativeness. Just like how we feed our brain with healthy food, it is important that we are in the media where women representing the producer director role, and we need to produce healthy content.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because see, Toronto has always been the base for producing films. We have got facilities there, studios there. But you won't believe, in the recent last 5 years' time, even Brampton has churned out some ethnic movies.
Yes.
Some Punjabi and Urdu movies were made in Brampton.
Yes.
In and around Brampton.
Yes, because Canada is all about diversity, bringing diversity, inclusion, right?
But those are low-budgeted films.
Yes.
But they did very well, keeping in view, because the liability was not that big. They ran those films here and there and showing them, and they break even the point.
Yes. So that's the point, right? That's the success right there.
That's a success. And now things are picked up. Brampton is producing.
There you go. See?
And I know some of my friends even worked in those movies.
Nice.
Amazing.
Nice. Yeah. You're a well-known person.
No, I try my best because I've been in Canada for last 25 years myself.
Nice.
And I've always been in the community services and politics.
Great.
And the media.
Wow.
These are the three major strongholds of mine.
Yeah.
So we'll be soon taking a short break, and we'll be back with you soon. Welcome back after a short break. In our regular Voice of Canada's program, your host Asphandiar Wadiwalla, co-host Cindy Young, and our dynamic guest is a film producer, director from Sri Lanka originally, but now she's a proud Canadian. She's here with us to tell us her experience and how she's enjoying making films, documentary films here in Canada, and especially from our province of Ontario. and she is basically based in Vaughan.
Yes.
So
Woodbridge.
she's a resident of Vaughan, but we are proud that she has come to the region of Peel with us and giving an interview. So, Dayana, tell us about the development and how you make your films and about your 90 minutes documentary. So, give us some more details on it.
Thank you for asking me that question. And it is, oh my gosh, what can I say? It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And this is a documentary that speaks purely about human
Experiences.
And
that is most important these days in life.
Absolutely. The reason being is it also allows you to experience that healing once you start speaking about that hardship experience that you've been through, right? And we are giving an opportunity for our people to do that and also convey this story to a larger audience. And my vision on this is when I started.
Who wrote the script? The script must
this
be very
is
strong.
This is not scripted.
Okay.
This
It's a randomly made?
No.
Then how you have picturized the sequences of the reality?
So, there's a difference between the scripted and non-scripted documentaries. So
documentaries is interesting to know.
Yes. Yeah. Documentaries are usually stories told in an interview style or people expressing their real stories, experiences, capturing their moments and what they went through. So this is done in an interview style, but I can't talk too much about it.
No,
I don't want to
say whatever you can say.
But what I'm saying here is when it comes to documentary, there is a lot of opportunities here in Canada.
There is a scope of documentaries in Canada?
Yes.
Because in many parts of film worlds, documentaries, people don't take the risk of documentaries. They say it's a waste of time and waste of funds.
Oh no. Here, like me being part of documentary right now, I'm learning so much. And there are so many funding opportunities. And even today when I was on a call, on a Zoom call, I learned a lot about like how to apply for the funding and what are the what qualification a producer should have in order to apply for funding. Not everybody can, and also there are funding available. And if you know how to apply, you will get it.
You learn so much by just exploring all that and figuring out how to apply that to what you're doing. It's amazing.
Absolutely. And this documentary, the reason why I'm participating because this year commemorates the 40th year of our 1983 Black July. So that is a very, very hard time that our people, myself and every individual in north part of Sri Lanka did go through. So it is an important year for us to tell this story, receive that healing, and also create a platform for our people to come and say this in public. Amazing. And I am a person who loves to create platforms for people that are looking for a platform to show their talents or their stories. And that's how I came here, because I used to do a show of my own where I was introducing independent music artists from around the world.
Dayana, as we read your bio, it is very, very elaborate, but still I would like to clarify for us and for our viewers. Tell us more aspects of development of films and documentaries and the difference between the two also.
Great. So documentaries I love working with documentaries because this is my very first documentary that I'm working, and this is my very first feature film that I'm working on. And it's a great, great learning journey for myself. And I am also learning about the development.
Yeah, each day we have to learn. Here in Canada, each day we learn.
Yes. Through the learning, what I'm understanding is, again, networking comes in place, and it's about who you know, what you know, and how you get the help from, or how do you find that path to get the right funding, get the right grants, have the right crew, and when to have the filming done. That also matters. This is something that I learned today, that where it's always better not to have the film shooting done during summertime, because everybody travels during summertime. So it is so hard to
get people for the crew, and for the same time the people to interview also.
Right. And this is something that I learned today, this afternoon, when I was in that meeting. So I have been attending so many workshops and so many meetings. Every workshop Zoom that's been sent to me from my producer, I have been attending.
Wow, very good. You're learning.
Thank you. The first the workshop that I attended, it was like zero clue for me. I had no idea.
No idea. You were blank.
I was blank. And there are certain languages that you use in this industry.
Certain words and code words. And
right.
You have to get used to every trade.
Right.
Every trade has a certain words.
Right. I've been in the media per se, like I've been producing my own show, which is from my own platform, where I introduce independent music artists from around the world. And I have been as a host at a radio station here in Canada. But being in the film industry,
it's entirely different.
It's totally different. And everybody thinks outside it is an easy thing. Oh, they're producing
It's a
film.
fun-loving thing.
But I must say, unless you're passionate, you shouldn't get into this industry.
Because you have to be devoted and passionate.
Yes, you must. Yeah. And if you want to make the money, you need to know who you should be connecting with, who to connect with, and how to get that funding.
And how to make the juicy movies.
How to make the
just
juicy.
Now.
Yes. So right now, people are really giving importance, like for funding per se, like for documentaries, when they're allowing them to come out and say these stories that really matters.
Right.
Because
stories have substance.
Yes, absolutely. And that connects. Yeah, it connects with each individual.
Exactly.
For example, my documentary speaks about our people story.
Right.
So when I'm sitting here and sharing my experience of what happened 40 years ago in 1983, what did I go through? That can connect with somebody out there.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
And so the story, so I like to produce documentaries such as like that, like, with healthy content, healthy food for our brain, because there are so many movies that have been produced with you're feeding junk food in your brain. But that's not going nowhere. You're here for a purpose. Do things.
And you have to take out your finances too. When you invest in a documentary, that should come out at least. Otherwise, how we are going to make a second documentary?
That's true. So that's what I'm saying. You need to attend these workshops. You need to attend these networking events. You need to connect with the right people to allow your film to have those legs to move to different ways.
Thank you. Go ahead. This time is.
So you're talking about your documentary, in which you mentioned that you covered a lot of subjects and captions. You're hardworking Tamil people in your country and here in Canada. You can tell us about your shot and how it showed in this documentary.
Yes, absolutely, Cindy. So this is a documentary that is shot. It's not scripted. It's shot in an interview style.
So mostly it's indoor? It's because interviews, or it's outdoor too?
No, we do have outdoors as well. So it's different. It's done differently. And that is what I want people to watch, because we've invested so much in here, and we have a great, amazing crew that is working on, and we have amazing subjects who really agreed to be on this.
It makes such a difference.
It does.
Great people around you.
Yeah, and we come from a community where we cannot openly speak about certain things. We're still fearing, and not everybody wanted to be in front of the camera. But here we are creating that opportunity. Whoever wants to
who want to speak in
come speak. You don't want to, you don't have to, because we will protect your privacy. And
so it means you don't show the face, only the
anonymous.
The voices
Yeah,
anonymous.
Yeah. But I am super
That
excited.
also creates awareness.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
You know, that's
Yes.
really amazing.
Because that's the truth. And the documentary, name of the documentary is Ray of Hope.
Mhm.
Because we're still with hope. War ended in 2009, but here we are, still with the hope.
Still struggling.
Still struggling.
In
Yeah.
your country, yeah.
Yeah.
Still struggling. Yeah. So what is that struggle? And what are we still waiting? What is that hope? That is what this documentary is
Go
about.
Wow.
Dayana, we also note that you are an author of a book. So would you be kind enough to emphasize about your book? What is the title of your book and what subjects you have covered in that book?
Thank you. Yes. So yeah, I've come across I've achieved so many things in my bucket list, and one of the things that I wanted to achieve is become an author.
Wow.
And now I'm an international best-selling book.
Wow. Is it
author.
available on Amazon?
It is available on Amazon.
Wow,
It's number one best-selling book. And again, I'm coming back to this networking because if I had not
Done the
networking and connected with this amazing organization, which is called Landed for Success, I wouldn't have got this opportunity to be one of the authors in this book, because this book has 18 amazing authors and 4 of them are Tamil people. And I'm one of them. And this book is all about sharing your success stories. What is that? What is that? Why? How did we come over that burden or that hardship to achieve who we are today?
Oh, it's amazing.
So you'll hear my story there.
Definitely. You should have brought your book. We would have displayed the book, because the first guest had displayed her book. She's also an author.
Oh, amazing. Great.
So she displayed a book in front near the flag, and it was shown to the people because she's the author of the book.
I didn't, because it was only released last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only
so I am still waiting to receive the hard book in my hand.
Okay.
So that I
it's
can
a
actually feel
paper
it.
thing.
What's the name of it again?
It's called Landed for Success Untold Stories.
Wow.
Volume 3.
Land of Success, Untold Stories. Lovely. Go ahead.
Yes.
Absolutely. So Dayana, being our celebrity here in Toronto, from your Tamil community, you have also won an award or trophy of International Women's Mentor and Community as Ambassador. If you could tell us what kind of role you play.
So Cindy, people do, like, I'm a big social media person, and I do share openly with everyone how I'm achieving things. And I want people who are stuck at a comfort zone to come out and live your life. And I like to say that through actions. Like, I don't like preaching. Like, I like to show them through my actions. And maybe that's what they've seen. And they because of the things that I've achieved in a very short period of time. I decided to quit my full-time job 5 years ago. And that's what the book is about. And how I did so much things. One of the things that I was dreaming is I wanted to do things that my community thought that it is not right to do. So being in the film industry, being in the pageant, being in the fashion.
Growing up in Canada, that is not considered back. Otherwise, so many backward communities or conservative communities. But now the girls are coming up.
Oh no,
times
girls
have
are
changed.
coming. No,
times have changed. Generation has changed.
That's true. Girls are coming, but there are so many people still judging
that will never end.
That,
yes.
Right?
Dayana, that will never end. That's human nature to gossip.
That's true. I agree. But that is still stopping so many people from not doing what they wanted to do. And I'm on a journey to say age is just a number.
Definitely. I agree with you because I'm a person who has promoted pageants from 2010. Major pageants, and I'm known as a champion for introducing married women in the category of Mrs.
Yes,
and even last year I had the honor of doing a sole licensee for Mrs. Universe from Canada, and my lady Mrs. went to and competed over there, though she did not win, but still we took part. And the Mrs. Same way we did in Commonwealth, we did in United Nations, we did in Beauties of Asia. We have promoted lots of Mrs. category because to find Mrs. is easier.
Yeah.
in my experience, than to find a teen and a miss.
Oh, wow.
There are so many married ladies who could not do the pageants during the time of when they were miss and they were teens.
Oh,
But
yes.
now, with the cooperation of their hubbies and the family and the children
Yes.
growing well,
Yes.
they have decided to put the foot down.
Which is amazing.
Oh,
and
amazing.
Canada is a wonderful country for that, for creating that
Creating
diversity
that thing and giving an opportunity.
Give that opportunity,
Absolutely. And
for
that,
sure.
yes, that is amazing. Another thing that was in my dream was when I used to be learning my high fashion at one of the academy, I would walk downtown and I would look at the stores and say, one day I want to see my picture
Why not?
right there modeling for a product. And I achieved that within 8 months period of
You
time.
had a goal.
I had a goal and I was there. At
And the
Prince-
desire was there.
And the
Yes.
passion and all of those things. And you took risks. You took a lot of risks.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
You did get out of that comfort zone.
There's pros and cons for looking younger,
Yeah.
even though you're not, and not looking as a mother. But people think that, oh, she's in her young age, and like I got to be around the 20s
Yeah.
people, but they didn't know my actual when I was
There
in
is
the
no
fashion
age is a
industry.
number. When you believe in
Yes.
that, then act like that.
Exactly,
that's right.
exactly.
Yeah.
But not everybody gets that
No, that's
vibe,
right.
So we
right?
will
Everyone's on
continue
that
with this question, same question to you. You being in such a hectic life,
Yeah.
but you are a mother, you are a wife, and you are responsible for running your house so successfully. Give us some, how you manage, how you juggle everything.
I
It's
must.
a continuation
Yes,
of our
I
question.
must say a huge thank you to my beloved husband,
Mhm.
such an amazing person, and to my son.
That makes a great difference.
Yes, and to my son for being so understanding and giving me that open like he pushes me to next level.
To do,
Oh,
and
to
then
do
do the
this.
next things.
For
Yeah.
me, if I'm standing here, it's because of him.
Right.
Our people take it differently. When our husband says, "Oh, you're not good," we take it differently. But I took that as a challenge, and I came here, and then I realized, oh, he did it on purpose to see me where I am today.
Yeah.
And
But that is a good nature.
yeah.
Otherwise, there are husbands too who don't encourage their wife.
They don't.
And once they see the success of their better halves, they go really jealous and they start stalking them.
Yes. Yes.
I marked that especially in a South Asian community.
Mhm.
There are how many hubbies they start stalking because the wife has gone fame and name.
Yes, absolutely. This is where the trust, this is where that belief.
So where is the trust? Where is the vows of marriage gone then?
This is, oh no, I mean, it depends. Every person is different. I'm blessed to have my husband in my life. And
Because he's educated, he's understanding.
it's not that. At the same time, of course, but added to that, I also must say, my choice. When it came to me, when the marriage came and when I had to choose, it was an arranged marriage.
Wow.
It was not that I dated him or I knew him before or no. And I said yes to him.
Yeah, that's a culture of your country.
Yeah.
Those days, yeah.
Yeah. But again, you'll read in the book how I said yes to him. Because I did it in a way that I can have this kind of a relationship in the marriage.
Yeah.
And
so, he's going to cooperate and
oh
won't
yeah,
be a big
absolutely.
issue.
My in-laws, my in-laws and my mother. I'm so blessed that she's with me.
Wow.
So but even though I have to wake up early in the morning and prepare
and arrange
food
everything
and
for the
everything,
schools
send
and this and
people
that.
think I don't do any of those things. They think I have the luxury life. No,
as a filmmaking.
film 24/7. I'm working right now.
Good. Okay, come on, Cindy.
Awesome.
Because we are short enough.
We also read that during the 2020 pandemic, when our whole world was under severe turmoil with COVID-19, we all remember that, and the virus spreading around the world, your news appeared at the famous Times Square. So if you could give us some full details of this and What is the purpose of appearing and for what?
I'll be very quick, and yes, this is another blessing that happened in my life. During the COVID time, a lot of people go through hardship, and at the same time, a lot of people use that as in a positive way,
Yes.
and I'm one of them. So while I was doing that, one of my great friends, I'm surrounded with great like-minded people, and that's my nature. And one of my friend, I don't know how she got to know about this, but there was a program where you were supposed to spread this love message on Instagram by pure VPN, and you just have to tag people who you think. And she tagged me. And here's the thing: when somebody tags me or when somebody gives me an opportunity, I don't sleep on that.
You take it.
I act right away, and I acted right away. And they selected my picture to be on New York Times Square for like 30 seconds.
What an incredible story.
Yes. And I was so shocked and thrilled, and I felt so blessed and checked off on my bucket list right there.
That's an amazing story.
Yes.
Okay, Dayana, just inform our viewers, what is the name of your language and which language you speak? The Tamil speaker is known as Tamil only.
Tamil, yes.
Beautiful. And the Sinhalese language is different?
Yes, that's different.
Entirely different. So both the languages
different.
are accent or some similarities
that's
there.
a totally different language.
But the words are written in the same way?
No.
Different manner.
Different manner, yeah. It's, I would say Sinhala is kind of like very similar to, correct me if I'm wrong, but whenever I see Malayalam letters or Telugu letters, it's very, very like similar to that. But our letter is totally different, and ours is one of the oldest language spoken here in this world, right? The planet. Yeah.
Time is duplicate.
So Dayana, if you can tell us how you spend your weekends with your family, and I know you're busy in the GTHA, and do you also love to travel for pleasure or for your business? Or making documentaries, and have you made any documentaries in your origin of Sri Lanka?
Thank you so much. Sorry, I got so excited and I jumped in because I love traveling. I love traveling, and I love traveling with my mom by itself, like because we love to spend time together. We went to Greece last year, and I have this very, very limited circle of friends who are like very, very supportive to me. So I spend my weekend mostly, regardless of how busy I am, I make sure that I give that time for me and my family. And we get together, we spend time together, and they're living very close to my house. They moved close to my house.
That's very good, very convenient.
So very convenient. They moved from Scarborough to Woodbridge.
Wow.
So that they can meet me often. So that's how I spend. We gather, we travel, we're planning, we go on trips together. We will be going.
So it's a nice family, because it's a March break.
Yes, it is actually.
Okay, Dayana, as we are running short of time, so let's move a little faster because soon the bulb will be red as a signal to end the time, and there is a live show after this. Okay. So we have to be very, very particular. So Dayana, as you are aware, that we are all in the same boat after the pandemic was over. The few problems have emerged in Canada, like a broken health system, the bank rates, the inflation, the cost of food, and so many innumerable problems in our schools, domestic violence. Would you like to throw some light? See, I just told you the bulb will go on soon, and that went off, and we have to quickly end the interview.
Okay, no worries. That's a great question, and I must say that this is
because
not
you
just
being a
Canada.
Canadian, what is your contribution, and what would you throw some light on it?
This is not just Canada.
It is worldwide. It's worldwide, but
right?
we are here. We are the citizens of Canada. We are affected by the current situations.
What I can say is, especially the house marketing is like really going down right now. Interest rate is going up.
They want to cool. The government wants to cool down because the prices were artificial, for your knowledge.
Yes.
So this is the reason, but that is not affecting many people, and they stop the foreign investors for buying houses here, and that was a very good move by the government. But the other things, the normal life has gone upside down. due to cost of living going very high.
Yes.
People can't pay mortgages. The banks have increased the rates to 4.5%. And we don't know on March 8th, there is another review.
Right.
25.25 should be raised or not. So people are really scared and uncertainty is prevailing.
Absolutely. So here's the thing. I mean, people are going through this experience, I would say, here, like most of our community, in my community as well, what happens is they all want to be better than the other person. So they wanted to purchase huge houses. They wanted to.
But now they're in soup.
Now those people are in soup.
Big soup.
And so what can you do?
They can't pay the lease of the cars. They can't pay the mortgages.
Right. You need to. Like, I'm a person, I even told my husband like a week ago, I said, sweetheart, if you can't afford, like, I'm happily willing to.
Why can't slash something?
Like, sell this, let's go to condo. I don't care. Like, I don't judge. I don't care who's judging me. It's about my peace and how I can live.
And how you manage your family.
Right. If you can, then how can you? So people who did that, they have to go through. It's too bad that they had to experience that. But otherwise, just simply sell and find another smaller place.
Yeah, exactly.
It will be go red now.
So with that note, we will soon be signing off for this evening's episode with Dayana, and we look forward to seeing you again in our weekly talk show host. If you have any big plans, if you could just let us know if you have any big plans or projects coming, if you can inform us of those. And then we'll invite you once again for that.
What would you like to do during 23 and 24? Give us the ambitious plan.
2023 is releasing this documentary and there are 2 more projects that are coming up, which will be a documentary as well. So hoping that it will go great.
So hope you'll execute those projects and the documentaries during the current year and maybe some part of next year, so we can again invite you and know about the exciting news, how it fared well. And in the meantime, if you have any media breaking news, please don't hesitate to contact us. It's your show. We'll definitely welcome you. And with that note, we will be signing off from today's episode with Dayana, my co-host Cindy. I'm your host Asphandiar Wadiwalla. We are saying good night, goodbye. God bless Canada. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.